Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at here is the donor cabinet. Now this cabinet here is a 1960 A cabinet, Marshall, and you can see somebody stripped it down and covered it in polyurethane, which I don't know if that's going to help or hinder the adhesion process, but you can see how when they did it, they got their corners on a little bit funny, because it's like this part should be in the front. I've done that actually by accident. I've used rivets, not screws. So they did get one right. The one down here, let's see, the one down there. See that? Oh no, they got that wrong too. Oh no, it was this one over here. This one there. They actually got that one correct. Okay. That one. They oriented it the correct way, but we're actually going to take these off, and he put this back together. I think he used probably the original skid trays because they don't make them like this anymore. The new ones, I'll show you the difference. These actually have a piece of rubber material in them, and they are recessed. The new one is just one piece of plastic. It says Marshall across it. I don't know if it makes much of a difference. Like, probably holds the little feet better. Also, the sprung feet are different, and I'll show you the difference between that when I do a head. Unfortunately, my SD card screwed up, and I did one with the red Mojo Tone Tolex, and I'll show you some video of how that one came out. But you can see the screws. These are not the original screws, but the handles, you know, are cracked, you know, here on the corner. So we're basically going to just take this apart right now and pretty much throw everything out. I saved these just in case somebody has an old banged up cabinet and with the broken off corner and they want to put a new corner on, but they want a banged up corner to replace their broken off corner on their banged up cabinet, just for the same quote unquote patina, air quotes. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to take the baffle board out and pull the piping. So we're going to strip this thing down to bare right now, okay? And we'll just keep watching. And I'm going to just put the camera back on the tripod. Oh, one other thing I want to show you. I got the backboard off. That's what's sitting over there. And we look at the inside here. He marked it top, just because probably it'd be hard for the average person with no mechanical ability to figure out which was the top. This is the inside brace on these cabinets, and what I do is I put a little piece of rubber here. I just glue a little, so it kind of acts as a dampener. I don't know if it's going to vibrate much, probably isn't. And the other thing is measuring off for the Tolex, and I'll show you how we do that in a little bit, but A cabinets and B cabinets do actually require different amounts of Tolex, about an inch different, but so anyway, these are pretty well constructed cabinets. There's no difference in the construction of these cabinets. You know, I mean, I've seen them from the 70s, and they're pretty much built exactly the same way with a few cosmetic differences. I mean, the wood is pristine. Look at this wood on these cabinets. Not a freaking knot in that plywood. It's nice. It's like half-inch plywood. Give or take 9/16, whatever. But you can see the dovetail or the finger groove joints here. Really beautiful the way they do them. So let me take this part. Just appreciating this beautiful Marshall cabinet, and you can appreciate it with me because we're all friends here in Uncle Robbie's Science Corner. So it's getting a new drill cloth too. I'll do a video on that. So anyway, that's it for this moment, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm sitting here with this screw gun, and basically I'm gonna buzz this apart. Now, if this was the real deal, I'd have to sit here with a little pry bar. I have a little upholstery tack puller, and that's what you actually have to use to pull these out. Depending on how badly you want to save these plastic pieces, you can be more or less careful. But for this, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to show you what you're going to have to take apart here. So let me just focus down. So, all right, now maybe give it a little zoom, little zoom, little focus. Okay. So basically, you just unscrew the corners, get them off. What I like to do is save them into a box. These screws, yeah, these screws just strip out. Also helps if you spin them the right way, but okay, so might actually have to use my, oh no, I can do it this way. There we go. Okay, oops, get that one. And see this. So these corners, the back corners have 4 rivets, and the fronts have 3. This guy put screws in for me, so that was nice of him. I got this cabinet with speakers in it. It had a set of 75s in it. I got it on Craigslist, I think, for $300. So it was a pretty good deal. I put the 75s that were in this in the red one. The red cabinet that I did with the Mojo Codex that I lost all the footage from, so you won't be seeing that. These are a pain in the ass to get out, aren't they? Especially since they're stripped. And they don't want to... Okay, come on, buddy. Anyway, so that's how you remove the corners if they had... More of a pain to pull out the screws than it is to pull out the rivets. But a lot of people, when they're doing this, like my friend Derek down in New Jersey, when he's doing his cabs, here you go. Just push that out. Nope, wrong way. Nope, that wasn't. A lot of people, oh, see, these are in really good shape, these edges. So you find a lot of them had the corners banged off and the edges are rolled over. This cabinet's in really good shape, so I mean, there's no major dings in it. The way you remove the handles is pretty much self-explanatory. You just zip these out. Okay. If you, let me show you, get down there on the handle here. There you go. So we can see that. And you have to take the handles out. The reason why the handles get screws and not rivets is if you got to change the grill cloth, or if you got to pull the front baffle. Okay, you have to take the handles out, or you can't get the front baffle out. And I'll show you actually why there's that little angled cut in the back here in a second. But I got to get these out before I can get the front baffle off. I'm going to have to change camera angle for that. But see, they just pull out, and that says item number 196X10 1968 cabinet assembly revamp. So, sorry. I want to show you. That says the thing revamp. So this probably is a replacement handle anyway, from whenever he revamped it. These things, they're made out of plastic. You know, it's like, it feels like model kit, you know, like just styrene. It doesn't even feel like this like this These feel like more flexible, like ABS plastic. This is pretty rigid. And I'm surprised they don't break easier, but they hold up pretty good. You know, I've been using them for years, and I've never had a hand. I've had them crack, but I've never had one just fall out. So, and we were pretty rough on our Marshalls, so that's what that is. With that, I'm going to take the other one out, and I'll show you how to take the. I'm going to take the other handle out, and I'm going to show you how to remove the front. Okay, because we're going to do that right now. Because I might even start retolexing this tonight. All right? So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I got the handles off. And you have to take the handles to get the front baffle off. So I'm going to show you how we do that. You get up in here, right? And you zip them screws out. Okay?
You need to turn it this way a little. The other way. Much better, yes.
Of course, if I turn it like that, I really can't work on it that much easier. But I will, for the sake of art. And these screws you want to save. I've got a whole bunch of these at the hardware store, same size. Buy a box of 50 of them for about $4. But you want to get in here, and you want to get this baffle. Not the most comfortable position to work in when I'm trying. I should do this up on the table, but this is for the sake of Uncle Robbie's Science Corner, where we do things like ultimate DIY type of stuff. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm removing these screws. Okay, I think there's 17 of them around the outside, but I'll count in a second. Well, a little dusty inside of this thing. So we get that out here. And you can see how they go in at an angle. That's by design. But that's how these cabinets are constructed. And, if you do it right, they just come right out. You can feel that board starting to come loose. Let's see what else we got here. Got these up here. You can see through the edge of the handle. I took the handle out. Okay. 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 Loosen up, you twist them out by hand, they're not. The other thing that I like to do is I like to, these holes, I like to fill them with a little, either stick some scrap wood or a toothpick or something in the hole with a little bit of Elmer's school glue, just so when you put the screws back in, they have something to grip on. Although with the Tolex, I think it'll be tight enough. But who knows? Okay, so did I get them all? No. What am I missing? Oh, that one up there. Yep. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now, here's the reason why they have these cuts here. Okay? What you do is you lift this up and you just kind of slide the front baffle out. And that's how that removes. Okay? So, you can see here, when John gets back, you can see how the grill cloth, can you see how it's stapled on? Okay? The grill cloth is just stapled on like that. And it's cut pretty close around. Are you looking at this? Okay, it's cutting around there. This guy wrote top and top on on the baffle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. I'm going to pry the logo off because one of the little pins is broken already. So I'm going to pry that off with the putty knife. You take this, I'm going to pull all these staples out, which is a pain in the ass, but it's got to be done. And then in there, you have this piping, and piping just kind of pulls, oh, can you see? The piping in here. All right, that kind of just pulls off, and ouch, you get stuck with the staple. But I'm not gonna make you watch me pull piping staples. So I'm gonna disassemble the bottom. I'm gonna flip it over, disassemble the bottom of the cabinet, just the wheels and the bottom corners, and we should be rocking out in bicycles, so to speak. Thank you, Richard Frasca, for that. Let me just drop them in there so I have all my screws together. And I can just get new ones. I don't even like these screws. I might just get the real heavy-duty stainless steel ones. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to hurt anything. So that's how you do that. And that's how you get the baffle out. So anyway, and then when we come back in another video, I'll show you how to staple on a new grill cloth. That'd be fun, won't it? So keep on rocking the free world. Bye-bye. All right, so I got in here and around, I pulled the piping off, and the guy who put the piping back on, he just used, like, it looked like he used a desk stapler just to get him on. But if you look in my hand, can you zoom down into my hand right there? You see, these are the little tiny staples that Marshall uses to put them on with. So they're very small, thin staples. I'm actually using wire staples because they're about the same width, but there's two little pincer kind of things, so I can get it more accurate when I do staple the piping on. And we'll make a video. But there's hundreds of these little things stuck in that piping. So I got that out. This cabinet is stripped down as much as we are going to strip it. And the next thing we do is we're going to cut some Tolex, and we'll probably start wrapping it tonight. All right? So that's about that. All right. Later. What?
It's cute.
What am I cute?
The way you're framed.
What is it? I'm sitting inside a Marshall cabinet?
Right.
All right. So anyway, yeah. Basically, I'm just peeling off the little bit of Tolex, the old Tolex that was inside the lip of this thing. And picking out these little tiny staples. There's hundreds of them. I mean, I guess I could just pound them right back in, but you know me, I was potty trained at gunpoint, so I have to get them all. But just put like, see that? This little bits of Tolex. But this is going to give me a great edge on the inside. So, and with my measurements of what I think this is going to take to wrap it, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, there's another. You know what I'm going to do? Can I use a piece of this white tape?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out about how much Tolex we're going to need to cover this. So I'm going to come in here, okay, and I'm going to hold that there. I'm going to move it around here to there. So we can do this very nicely we can get right to the inside edge here with about 18.5 inches of Tolex, okay? Now, the B cabinet, because it's straight and it does angle back, it takes about another 1.5 inches or inch or so of Tolex to do it. So just for the heck of it, there's that, there's that, there's that, and that, yeah. 18.5 is pretty much the minimum of what we're going to be able to get away with. So and 19 and a half on the other one. That will leave us just enough to wrap the head box. John's got a cough. Anyway, that's enough. Enough for this. This thing is stripped.